What it do, man? It's the Kid Fat Trel, man. Right now, you checked in with DMVHeat.com, man. Realistate, you already know what it do, man. Squad shit.
We gon' do this my way. We gon' do this my way. We swerving out on that highway.
Welcome to the JS Real Estate Show. Today's guest goes by the name Veto Brown. He's a DMV native. His craft speaks for itself. He's a hip-hop artist and is known for turning up any show, any event, all concerts. Vito, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Shout out J Real Estate. I'm glad to be here. The Bank ENT. I got my squad in the building.
Vito, a lot of artists are out here and they're doing well, and you're one of them. I noticed you a while ago. Actually, it was like 4 or 5 years ago when you was first beginning. I seen your videos. I seen your music. I listened to your music. What inspires you to keep it strong in the DMV? I think that me and the people want to know that. That's a question I've been thinking for a while, because you got a different style. And I like the style, I like difference, because that's what hip hop was based on. It was based on everyone's individuality. And no one really came the same, and you stand out like that today in 2014. Talk to me, what inspired you to be different and to push like you do?
I just feel like being a good person. I just feel like, I got God with me and I'm motivated. I like to motivate others. I get messages in my inbox all the time. I heard your music, I like it, and it's just, people motivate me. You know what I mean? Like I'm motivated by people. I'm motivated by music. I like to be different. I wasn't born to be regular, so I just do me, and I love it.
Hey man, and that's a good thing about you. A lot of people I seen. I'm not saying all artists, but a nice portion of them, they think that following someone else's footsteps is how they're gonna make it. But really, if you look outside the box, most people that's making it are the ones that had their own craft, their own movement, like you and your team. So I seen a couple of videos, but there was one I think you did with a couple of artists. It was in Virginia?
Philly.
Okay, yeah. And that was, tell me about that video. What inspired you to do it with that team and make that video? Because I love that video.
It's called Look in My Life.
Yeah.
I got my squad. I used to stay out Philly. So, we went up there, had HD Fat shoot it. And we was just out there in the environment. It was home, and we just went out there and had fun. It rained. It was sun out there. It was cold for a minute. It was hot. It was just a whole experience. You know what I mean? We stayed out there for a few days, rode up, and we just trying to do things different. You know what I mean? Like we represent Money County, Montgomery County, the DMV, but we still want to take it out. We want to take it to other places so they can see what we about.
Okay, and that's I'm glad you said that, because a lot of artists come from the DMV and they do go abroad in different states. Now, coming from you from experience doing this, how do artists in another state accept an artist from the DMV? Like, how did they accept you? What was the output that you got?
Oh man, they love me because I just I keep it real. Like I'm not trying to fake. I'm just me. That's the only person I know how to be, and I keep it 100. I can't even explain. You gotta ask them.
Yeah, I mean I would if I could, believe me. Me and them cameras would be out there.
Right
but
on.
It's like when you first picked up the mic, what made you feel like that this was something that you wanted to do and pursue for a long time?
Well, I've been writing and recording forever, but I never told anybody. And I had a certain circumstance that, in my mind, God told me, like, people need to hear you. So I just went with it. I'm not a quitter. Like, when I put my mind to something, whatever it is, like, I'm going in. My first year in the game, like, I lost a lot of money. I took a lot of falls, you know what I mean? I was got by a lot of people, and, that's not gonna stop me for what?
And you know what? A lot of people do get got by a lot of people, promoters, event coordinators, just things like that. But in a sense, that shows growth to me, because if you can continue doing it, even though after going through those trials and tribulations, then you was meant for the business. So I seen a video with you on Fat Trel recently. Tell me about that experience. 'Cause, you know, I like Fat Trel, man. You know, and he's a good guy. So tell me about that experience.
It was crazy. My manager hit his manager. We met up at Cam Studios with Los. Hollywood came out. HD Fats, Trail came out. We was in there vibing. Tech Sosa was in the building.
Okay.
We was out there vibing, and you know, we recorded the whole thing. Trail, he a good dude. We wrote the song in there. It was lovely. You know, I'm not even releasing the song yet till next year. Like, I've been sitting on it, but the video, the making of the videos out there.
Right.
So you know, we vibing, and the title of the song's called Bridge the Gap.
Right.
It's like a Montgomery County to DC thing. So
Okay.
you know, we just wanted to put a stamp on that.
And that's a good thing to do, man, because there are a lot of circumstances where there's territorial differences. And I'm glad you two guys are putting it together, man, because that's some serious movement right there. I mean, I see little movement pods, and we do this, they do that, da-da-da. But if you guys get together, it ain't no stopping you, man. So keep it up. You know, that's some good work. Now, do you and Trell, are y'all planning on doing a video together?
We had planned before he got signed, but since he got signed, you know, the communication been hard, and I switched managers, and he switched managers, so you know, it's kind of hard getting that back together. But you know, he doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. We'll meet up when it's time.
And so your artist is, what was the artist's name?
Mental, Main Green, Gully from St. Louis, Wody, C3.
Okay, it's a movement.
Yeah, it's a movement.
All right. So how did it come about? I know you was rapping, but how did you come about and meet those artists, and how did y'all bring it together where as though y'all felt like y'all was gonna be a team?
Well, I Main Green was like actually my first artist, and like he had been rapping or been out there before me, and he saw my movement. He was always around, and he would just come to me like, V, I know somebody, I know somebody. And the entity, the idea, the banking entity, I always had that in my mind ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
So I put everybody through a 6 to 8 month kind of transition to see if they, because we about priorities.
That's right.
Like, you gotta be about your priorities, your responsibilities to roll with me. If not, then you know, you get suspended or whatever, you know what I mean, like that. So, you know, that's how it worked. You know what I mean?
Okay. And what's the last show you guys done?
Well, the last show I did and Mental did with me was at American University.
Okay.
We raised funds for the Ebola.
I saw that.
Ebola, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a real nice event. The venue was crazy. I was just trying to build my resume and doing quality things. Like me personally, I'm about just doing real quality things. My first 2 years, I did quality and quantity. So,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, and I
it's
saw
all about
that.
quality,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So, are there any moves that you guys are gonna make, you know, not to jump off subject, but in the future, where as though you already see yourself there? You know the vision, how it worked, right? You already saw yourself there. Now you gotta work your way through it. So what's the goal? What's the goal?
The goal, like, I want to start pushing each of my artists individually, backing them, but also letting them do their own thing, because I did it. So, you know, and I got some personal things that I want to do where I'm trying to brand myself more.
That's right.
And you know, kind of step out of my box and do some other things. But I want them to like get out there and push and go through the experiences that I went through.
Okay.
So.
Now I know some artists they strictly about the music, and then some are multi-talented. Is there like a clothing line or any type of business moves that you guys are headed towards at the same time?
Me personally, I'm working with a clothing line called Fresh A out of Far Rockaway. Stack Bundles, Uno, Super. Those are kind of like the guys who were behind it. Rest in peace, Stack Bundles. And that's what I'm pushing. And then I got a partner with a clothing line called Tilda.
Okay.
It's African clothing line. So those are all in the works, and my manager's working on some things for me, some other things. So all those is like some business moves and deals that I'm working on below that people don't really know about.
Okay. Okay. And now this is me personally. I want to know this one, right? What was the song that made you realize, oh yeah, I'm doing this? You know, it's always that one song that do it, that feedback you got or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So what was that one song? I want to know the name too.
Oh, man, I mean, it's crazy because so many, my music reaches so many different types of people. I mean, you can go from Cake Mix, you can go to Feeling Myself, you can go to Right Next to Me. Like, I performed Right Next to Me. I don't know if you heard it. I actually shared it on my page earlier. I performed that at a group home with, you know, all elder people and stuff, and they were rocking to it. You know what I mean? So I'm more than one dimensional. So I can't even tell you that. I mean, my favorite song probably is Feeling Myself. That'll be on my new album because it's just, it gets you there. You know what I mean? It gets you there.
I mean, man, you're doing a good job, V, man. And, you know, I say keep up the good work, V. I'm telling you, I've been following you for a while. And you all, whenever I asked you to do something, V always did it. And I appreciate that. Man, it was nice to have you on the show, man. You're a good dude. Your team is good, man. I follow y'all. Y'all follow back, man, because we're going to do some good things together, man. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with another guest, Alias Cash, only on the JS Real Estate Show, and I salute Vito.
We gon' do this my way. We gon' do it my way. Come with 'em. We swerving out on that highway.
What's good, DMV? I'm sitting here with someone that's been he been with me for a while. I can remember him all the way back as far as 7 years ago. I would like to introduce to DMV Alias Cash.
What's up,
Welcome to my
Realistate?
show, Alias Cash. How are you?
Coolin', man, working.
I mean, yeah, I see you doing it. You know, you've been in the business for a while. I know that for a fact. But the people want to know, and I want to know, kind of before I met you, where was you at in the hip hop business, Cash?
I was just trying to learn the business. You know, I heard about like a lot of people getting over in the business, so I wanted to make sure before I step into the business, know the business, know the game, know what you're getting involved in, the rules, so nobody can get over on you.
I mean, so how did you start? Did you start in a studio? Did you start open mic nights? I mean, where did it all begin for you?
Man, it began, man, I was in elementary. You know, it was one song Ice Cube came out with, The Day Was a Good Day.
Okay.
And they asked me to perform it at my school. So I went on to perform it. I was a little nervous, but I liked the song. It was just like one of those songs that make you want, you know, it was inspirational, you know what I'm saying, to the hood or where you came from, you know. So I performed it and I was like, you know what, if anything else don't work out, I know I'm going back to music. I always love music for like inspiration and stuff like that.
And that's a good thing. So when you performed that song, after that, what direction did it lead you? Like, who did you connect with, or you know?
Well, I end up started going to like a couple studios. Like a couple of my friends, they had like studios in their basement. So I'd mess around and like hit the beats and be flowing, or sometimes we'd be just in the hood, just, you know, rapping in a cypher. And people be like, oh, Cash, you can flow, man. Go ahead and spit something for me. I started getting people wanting me to flow. And then I was like, well, let me work on my writing. So since I was young, I just started just working on my bars and writing things I was going through, you know, and that helped me get, you know, to the writing.
Now, what point in your life where you felt like you had developed a style though, like, you know, because the style is different, so it's sort of like a new school, old school twist. So where did what influence? Because I know you spoke on Ice Cube, but what influence that developed you to push that to that style?
Well, it was more like I came up listening to a lot of it was Ice Cube, Snoop, Tupac, New York rappers, Biggie, you know, just those certain styles, I guess, from me hearing those, you know, people rap, and it just came, my own style, but it's just a little bit of them, a little bit of me, you know, something that I learned, you know, just going through what I'm going through, I can relate to them more because I was either going through the same thing or seeing someone going through it.
Okay. And I mean, I remember you and another artist had won like, I think it was like $10,000 or something like that.
Yeah, the show.
But tell me about that, cause that was, you know.
I ended up hooking up with him. I seen him around the way. He used to be, you know, making a couple moves, and I happened to run into him. We linked up, and we was talking. He was like, well, I know you can flow. I heard about you flowing and things like that. So he was like, he got a show coming up. He wanted me to flow, you know, get on that show with him. He was like, if we win, we can get like $10,000. So once we hooked up, we did the show. We ended up, I think, it was one of those, Jenny Jones was there, and she was one of the judges. And we won the show and got the money.
Oh yeah, that was all right too.
And that's right, you know, right there I knew, you know,
Yeah.
just off, and that was probably my second, third show.
Yeah.
And I knew right there, this is it, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, cause I know I seen you a couple times. I remember one time you was up in a club in DC, and you was doing a freestyle with like, I think it was like 9 people, and you just, at the end, you had grabbed it, and I was looking like, okay, young and all right, you know, he doing his thing. So after that trial and time, where as though you knew you was rapping and stuff like that, where did the videos come in at? Because I know for a minute you was just doing tracks and songs with different people, or I think you had a movement, but then one day you popped out with the video. How did that pop out? I mean, what inspired that to make you push it further?
What I knew is, you know, it's all on, you know, your promotion. You know, with video, it comes with promotion. So you want to get an audience, you know, they want to see what you about. So I knew I had to give, you know, that promotion out there to really see how I live or see what I'm going through, to really show me. And that's, you know, a couple of my homies in the hood, we linked up again, put something together, and you know, we put that where the pack's at on World Star, and we got a lot of play off of that. So, you know, a lot of people want to sign me, EMI, and I just took my time, you know.
Okay, that's cool. And I know you had that was one, but then you had another one, cause I saw you outside of BET. You know, I said, okay, well, all right, well, let me see what this is about. What was that about?
Oh yeah,
like, how did that work out?
I hooked up with my man. You know, he, you know.
I mean, I know that, but I'm talking about the part where is though the BET part. Like, what inspired you to make that change? I mean, to say, okay, we're gonna do it in front of BET. It's like you was knocking on the door.
Well, we, you know, in the city, we right here at BET.
Yeah.
So it's like I just felt as though, you know, why not? You know, we right here, we in the city. Let's go to BET and then show them, you know, black entertainment television.
Too. I liked that.
Yeah.
Okay, now after that, I know I seen you at you was at, I think it was a show in Montgomery County. It was around last year sometime. How did that? Because that was your own event. So how did that, like, what made you, it was like in November last year, something like that.
Right.
What made you put that together? Because from what I heard, a couple of artists, they were like, Cash ran the whole thing. So I was like, how did you perform and run the whole show? Would you multitask it or
That's
something?
what I do, you know. You know, in this game, you wanna know, you wanna be able to work any angle, because you just don't know who you can't really depend on everybody. So.
Exactly.
You gotta learn everything. So I just felt as though with that venue and being able to be in that position, I wanted to take advantage. And by me taking advantage, you know, the earnings was good, but it wasn't just about just the earnings, but it was, you know, learning the game. And that was an experience that helped me, so when I do travel and do other shows, I know how to go at it.
That was a good thing too, man, because I was sort of surprised. Because you were the host, the artist, and you was running the whole event. So I mean, I'm saluting you on that. I ain't seen too much of that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's the first time I ever witnessed that. But
It was hard work, but it pays off, you know.
yeah, I mean, but like, okay, so how does that, you know, you manage your time being an artist? How does that affect anything as far as friends, family, loved ones? I mean, because I know you put a lot of time into it, which a lot of artists do.
Right.
So how does that affect you, your personal life?
Well, you just gotta, you know, adapt, you know what I'm saying, improvise and overcome. I try to set a schedule for myself when it's time to work on my music, when it's time to go to the studio, when it's time to listen to that beat. You know, you just gotta schedule yourself, and when you schedule yourself, you get more time to. You set goals, and then you can get those goals accomplished.
Okay, yeah, because that's a lot, man. I mean, like, I salute all artists out there trying to do something, because I know they got to put a lot of money into it. They got to put a lot of time into it. They got people, they probably got a rack of haters. They probably got a rack of loved ones that love them. So it's a lot of stress behind the business. What are your goals as far as what's going on now? I mean, is there something else you're doing, or is this the only thing you're doing, just music?
Oh, nah, you know, I have a store online. I also got the tax-free Money Gang clothing line I'm working on. I also have 2 singles out, which is the music, and I'm working on some real estate, you know.
Okay.
So I got my hands into everything right now, you know what I mean? Doing a lot of investing and just taking my time and just trying to complete all the goals that I gotta do, you know, complete.
I mean, does it ever get to a point where as though you just want to give up, or you get overstressed or something? I mean, and if it does, what do you do to overcome that?
Well, you know, it ain't really, it can get stressful, but that come with the territory, you know. I just try to stay focused, you know, pray, thanks to God, you know, because without him, none of this would be happening.
That's right.
So I just, you know, I follow his word, you know, just pray and just go. Just do what I gotta do to survive, and it's a passion, you know. Whatever I do, I make sure I got passion behind it, and that helps me keep going, just the inspiration. And then I have a son too, so, you know, I gotta take care of him, so, you know, he looking up to me, I gotta do what I gotta do.
That's right, that's right. And speaking of that, you know, how do you feel about, I mean, this is me, you know, this is my own personal question, because I see a lot of youngins out there, and, you know, I'm from where hip hop first started, even though this was a go-go territory. I remember when it first started, and so I see a lot of youngins out there, and they're doing certain things. What would you say about, I mean, this me throwing it out there, the saggy pants thing. I really don't approve of it, but, you know, I can't judge anybody. You know, you do what you do. What do you think about the saggy pants?
Well, I know usually, you know, I was young, I was wilding, so it's a little phase they going through, you know. So that helped me transition myself to get out of that phase and start being more of a mature person. Right now they probably young, you know, and they going through that little phase and they ain't really hit, you know, nothing ain't really wake them up yet. You know, but I don't really like that baggy pants and tight pants, you know. It's just I don't rock like that.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate your honesty and your devotion. Okay, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests for joining us. They're going to do a song. Each artist is going to do a song. So let's get it.
Yeah. Veto Brown.
It's mental.
What up, man?
Vito Brown. Yeah, representing the butt.
Yeah.
Cause it's getting on 26, dating them model chicks. Music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that. Yeah, I'm bout that. Yeah, I'm bout that. We bout that.
The money came to me like a song I wrote. I got the white, I got the key, I don't need the soap. Ride fly, we clean, I exceeded dope. And my flow so stank, I need a bottle of scope. Every time we here, we leave a message on the beat. And y'all pay homage just to hear the God preach. And y'all don't even know how the whole squad deep. And we bringing all the bodies, how you gonna charge me? I'm the best in here, I swear I did it. And my coupe for 2, if she ride eyes it, so the gloves is fitting. On the wall is written, I'm trying to make y'all move with the bars I'm spitting. I keep 3 L's with me, love living my life. And I can never lose vision with this money in sight. I recite all my life of this life on the mic, cause I'm bout that, all real, ain't none of this hype.
Cause it's making on 26, dating them model chicks. Music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that. Yeah, I'm bout that. Yeah, I'm bout that. We bout that. Confiscating on 26, dating them model chicks, music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, we bout that.
Move! If you sitting, you ain't doing nothing. I like a model chick, my preference a little color. But the blacker the berry, say the sweeter the lover. Get on the phone and call Mental for grubber. You gotta chill, baby girl, you blowing my high. You ain't did it before, baby, I know it's a lie. But it's cool, I'm only here for a good time. All this love and this hate, baby, it's a thin line. I got game 2K like a PlayStation. This work here, baby, I'm animated. So move your body like a snake, no procrastination. Stop booming, ish mommy, that's the translation. Music and money making, part of my obligation. The banking and tea, baby, we is so dominating, and I be so damn fresh. Police giving me citation. Call me the president like Obama was never racist.
Confiscating on 26, dating them model chicks, music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, we bout that. Confiscating on 26, dating them model chicks, music and making money, we call it a cake mix. I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, we bout that. Big money, represent money county, yeah. Money talk and everyone talking about me, yeah. Real G, the rest of them talking phony. Got your girl riding on me, that's like she ride a pony. Cause I'm a Kingston, straight out of Kingston, looking like it's a socket. Money up in my pocket, Batman can't try to stop it. Me tongues will fire rocket. Vito, the competition look microscopic. Jet lag, fresh off the jet swag. Everything custom, rolling through custom. Big money mental, love one, trust none. And girls waving at me like they fan in the bus down. And I'm dating on 26, dating them model chicks, music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, we bout that. Confiscating on 26, dating them model chicks, music and making money, we call it the cake mix. I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, yeah, I'm bout that, we bout that.